And we are back. More AOE Leagues 2v2 action, a Division D set here between the Sleeper and Infinite Odyssey. So the Sleeper, composed of Savvy Empire here in the blue, playing as the Franks. Savvy's like a high 13s, low 1400s 1v1 player. Teamed up here with Makuo in the green, playing as the Ethiopians. Makuo like a mid 1500s 1v1 player. On the other side, Infinite Odyssey, we've got Gamble here in the purple, I think like a mid 1400s player. Teamed up with El Trevador, also a mid 1400s player. Here in the red, playing as the Magyars. So Britain's Magyars versus Frank's Ethiopians. Take a quick look at the maps that we're working with. So, yeah, a reasonably open map here. If you're savvy, you like your berries there. Gold, it's fine. But you only got one back wood line to work with. These two wood lines are pretty far forward. So that's not ideal. Over here, looking at the Magyar player's map, only has... yeah, he's got these like two back wood lines to work with, so that's nice. But very, very open out here where the berries are. Those are super exposed. But the gold, that's tucked in there nicely. So I think he'll be pretty happy about that part. And then over here, only two wood lines to work with for Gamble. Yeah, the Britain's player. And the main wood line is pretty forward here. So I would be... yeah, he'll definitely be worried about that with Ethiopian archers. So Makuo will almost certainly get archers out pretty early. Ethiopians can go up really quickly. Back gold, though. That aspect is really nice. And then finally looking at Makuo's map. Safe gold, forward berries. Yeah, woodlines are kind of garbage for him as well. So, yeah, I think I'd expect to see a lot of feudal aggression on a map this open. You know, something like a Drush FC is definitely not viable here. Not unless you're really, really bold. All right. Savvy continuing to push deer. We have scouting from any of the players yet. Makuo is heading out. So too is El Trevador. And yeah, Gamble, like Savvy, continuing to push deer. What does Makuo see here? No sign of his opponent yet. Yep. Savvy's still pushing. He's got 2 to go. Bringing in that second boar. And El Trevador hasn't quite found Savvy yet. He will soon. All right, Makuo rolling into town. He's located Gamble's base. Oh, and he's going to go for a Vil kill here. He's got the hill. There's no loom. That Vil's trapped. That is annoying when you're in Gamble's shoes. But a nice pick there by Makuo. Loses a lot of HP, but I think he's going to be happy with that trade. Yeah, Ethiopians, like I said, already have the ability to get archers out a bit earlier than Britons. And that's only going to further delay his opponent. All right, Makuo dropping a barracks here. So, yeah, I wonder if this is Men-at-Arms. We might be seeing Men-at-Arms here. You don't usually see it when the archer player is paired up against another archer player. But Makuo, I'm sure, saw those forward juicy berries up on a hill, that forward wood. So maybe that's making him reconsider it. And, oh, he's going to pull Gamble into the TC. Almost gets the kill. Is he going to trap her here? Nice. Gets the poke with the Vil. Very nicely done there by Makuo. And yeah, so now Gamble is down a Vil and a Scout. So if this is Men-at-Arms, he's not going to have any way to track it. So yeah, he's not even going to know if Men-at-Arms are coming out. So he's got no way to predict it, and he could be in a lot of danger here if he doesn't pre-wall early. I mean, this might not be Men-at-Arms at all. doesn't actually look like... Yeah, we've got any production inside the barracks. Alright. Savvy going up with a 20 pop build, and we've got 22 pop from both the players on Infinite Odyssey. Oh, this is interesting. Magyars going for men-at-arms themselves, so... Alright, both of them. Yeah, double men-at-arms from Infinite Odyssey. Right, Magyars with that free forging, so those men-at-arms are extra dangerous when they first pop. But Savvy's going to have good production early. That stable is almost finished already. And these men-at-arms are only just now starting to move across the map. So Savvy might be able to get decent scout numbers out. Notice he hasn't scouted it. This will probably confuse him. He's going to see a mining camp. So yeah, maybe that tips him off. Let's see how Savvy reacts to this. And meanwhile, over here, Makuo also having to react. Getting those walls down. Yep, managed to get him down in time. Can he wall the wood line as well? Yes, nicely done there by Makuo. On this side, Savvy just going to a new wood line. Has a Vil out there in the open. And I think Savvy's going to take some damage here. Yeah, this lumber camp's a long way from the TC. You can say goodbye to that Vil. See if El Trevador can block with that scout, though. If he's not able to block, Savvy tries for the quick wall. Doesn't work out. Alright, Makuo dropping 1-2 ranges, so he should be able to clean this up pretty quickly. And yeah, Savvy caught out in the open here. Fortunate for him, though, that those men-at-arms didn't come around and attack him on the other side. But this is a lot of idle time for Savvy. Had one Vil down, had to move off that lumber camp. Yeah, so I think if you're El Trevador, you're already probably happy with the value you've gotten from the men-at-arms. Now let's see if Savvy can clean here. Yeah, that was nice by him getting some Vils in on the action as well, and he does clean that push. Loses some numbers along the way. Alright. And yeah, look at this. A stable... So men-at-arms into scouts here for the Magyars player. That is not a build you see every day. But healthy farm eco here already for El Trevador. And... Alright. Meanwhile, on this side, Gamble, he's got some of his own archers forward. Managed to keep those men-at-arms alive. That's nice, because those guys work as a solid meat shield in Archer v Archer engagements. Makuo moving out with some archers, but these men-at-arms sweeping around this side. Let's see if they go for the kill. Alright, Makuo's going to get away just in time. And now, Gamble's archers are separated from his men-at-arms. Savvy moving in. There's 3 spears out there, so he's got to be real careful. Can't fall asleep at the wheel. But he's paying attention. Avoids damage there. And this is good for Makuo. All the men-at-arms just get wrecked under the town center. So that little meat shield there for Gamble is gone. No fletching yet for Gamble. Fletching for Makuo. Makuo's got 10 archers. Yeah, 10v10. But fletching is going to be make a decisive difference here. Alright, Savvy, what's he doing with the scouts? So I like this. Instead of attacking El Trevador, who's got a gazillion spears out on the field, he's going to go attack the archer player instead, who is still open, who's got no spears out here. The berries are exposed. Nice reaction by Gamble. Very nice reaction by Gamble. We'll lose 1 Vil there. But now look at this. Savvy and Makuo are going to be able to trap these archers. Oh, and there's a hole in the wood line as well. Disaster. Absolute disaster there by Gamble. Absolute disaster there for him. Oh, that is tough. He looked walled to me. I don't have grids on in the capture age right now, so, you know, can't see closely, but yeah, that is tough. I'm sure he thought he was walled there. Now looking at a, yeah, what do we got? Only a 3-vil lead right now for the Sleeper. Only a small military advantage as well. And, oh, over here, Savvy taking a lot of damage of his own. There's nothing Savvy can do to deal with this either because there's a lot of spears in the mix. So Savvy losing a couple vils on this wood line, being pushed off gold as well. So yeah, nice counterattack here by El Trevador. But meanwhile, on this side, Gamble is under a lot of pressure. Yeah, Savvy's attention was probably up here on this fight. But yeah, and those are Magyar scouts, so they got that free forging. And there's an armor, actually. So El Trevador went for the armor upgrade. And now Savvy and Makua are going to go set their sights on El Trevador. Alright, some spears in the mix here for Savvy. What are the losses looking like? So yeah, identical vil numbers basically for these two teams. But El Trevador loses a lot of units there under the town center. His attention might be elsewhere. Okay, Savvy actually coming home with the scouts. Only one spear here, so actually I think Savvy probably could have gotten some value with the counterattack, but these archers are going to get great value. All these guys are walled in here. A tower coming down on the gold here for El Trevador. Still no one has clicked up to Castle Age yet. But Makua with the healthiest eco. He's the only one who hasn't been hit at home. Market coming out here for El Trevador, but he has to abandon it and run with those vils. And he's going to lose some vils here for sure. Healthy numbers for Makua. Meanwhile, at Makua's base, Gamble with a counterattack. Makua does have some numbers in defense. He is walled. That is a big wall. Still trying to finish it out. And here comes Savvy as well. What kind of upgrades does Savvy have on those? Yeah, just the Frank's extra HP boost. And he's thinking maybe about trying to take the tower here. Yeah, the tower's not rangeable from the town center. Alright, Gamble coming over with his archers. Ooh, but a spear. Oh no, that's Savvy's spear. Alright, Makua still looking around for damage. That market wasn't finished, so I think El Trevador was looking to click up there, but he can't click up without that second production building. Makua halfway up. Yeah, crossbow is going to make a world of difference here, but he might lose his numbers to Gamble. Gamble getting a bunch of free hits in here. Gamble with a hill bonus. Yeah, Makua lost a lot there. He's microing well here, but man, managed to make up a lot of the losses here. Look at all the purple. Yeah, once Makua realized, his micro has definitely been on point, despite being downhill. Thing is, though, that is, yeah, that was, I think Gamble won't be too upset with that. He thinned the herd out a bit. That's a lot less expo that he's going to have to deal with here in less than a minute. All right, but look at this. Makua heading to Gamble's base. They're going to slip by each other, so Gamble won't know this is coming. That is going to be expo in 30 seconds. Bodkin on the way as well, so that wood line is going to be in danger. That gold will probably be in danger as well. And Makua sending his other army to link up with him. All right, actually, Gamble knows it's here now because Makua picked off some reinforcements. What are the archer numbers for these two teams? Makua looking at 32 to 20. These are expo and thumb ring. So Makua prioritizing those upgrades. Actually, now adding a second town center as well. So he's going to put pressure on and try to boom behind that pressure. And ballistics. How is he affording all this? Yeah, he got the second wood upgrade, ballistics, thumb ring, expo bodkin, and a second town center. So yeah, just had a really, really nice eco going into Castle Age. Remember, he was the only player who was untouched here. And the sleeper, they are in a really nice position here. 10 lead, 10 military lead, and a tech lead. Gamble being pushed off his gold, so that's gonna hurt his production numbers even more. Yeah, don't know what happened there. Those vills are on the opposite side of the wood line. So that might have just been a misclick there by Gamble. And yeah, you know it's getting desperate in a 2v2 Arabia game when you're trying to add some skirms in here. And Makuo content to just camp under this tower, take it out. Castle Age almost in for Gamble. Yeah, I think he should just stay away here. Wait until he has Expo. Oh, and he's losing a lot of vills. Yeah, look at that lead starting to balloon. And yeah, he's going to lose all his numbers before he has Expo. I think this one is over. Yeah, this was just crazy amount of damage here from Makuo. Meanwhile, on this side, we've got knights from both the Cav players. Sorry, I've been ignoring them. Yeah, so unless El Trevidor can manage to get some crazy damage on Savvy, I do think this one is over. Makuo all over the place. Oh, is he going to find that woodline? No, no, no. All right, fortunate for Gamble, he doesn't. But yeah, at the moment, roughly equal knight numbers for both Savvy and El Trevidor. They've got the same number of vills. So things are very symmetrical on this side, very asymmetrical on the other side. Makuo is dominating at the moment, and look at this. This is a brilliant move by Makuo. Sends these two vills out. He knows Gamble has shifted his eco somewhere. He's going to discover this gold. Probably going to discover that woodline as well. And just spreading out all over the place. Even sending an army over to El Trevidor's base. So this is just domination by Makuo here. Alright, El Trevidor getting some knights in, but Savvy manages to clean, and now we're going to have a bloodbath on this side. El Trevidor reacts quickly, but ballistics, thumb ring, that's a lot of dead vills. He's pushed off his gold as well, so knight production is going to come to an end. And the GG is called, unsurprisingly there. Wow, that spiraled out of control quickly. Yeah, Makuo with a really, really dominating performance there. Take a look at the stats here. 84 kills to 20 losses there for Makuo. Savvy did a nice job holding, took some pretty early damage there from the men-at-arms, but managed to recover and contributed a lot in Feudal Age to the damage that their team put on Gamble. Yeah. Boy, what was the crucial mistake there for Infinite Odyssey? Hard to say exactly where that went wrong. I mean, that early push into Gamble's base, I mean, where Gamble was 2v1'd, I was going to say, you know, maybe if El Trevidor had sent his scouts over there and it could have been two armies fighting against two armies, maybe it would have been different. But at the same time, El Trevidor counterattacked Savvy at that time and got some decent value out of that counterattack. So I don't know that things would have gone much differently if his army had been with Gamble. Yeah, I mean, it might have been Makuo pushing the action, getting archers both into Gamble's base, but also into El Trevidor's base. That was pretty huge. So, I mean, it was probably honestly like a macro thing more than anything. The eco that Makuo had behind his push was really good. I mean, let's take a look here. Yeah, I mean, look at this. So the 3 players that took damage all ended up with almost identical total res, right? Like 13.5k. Makuo at 18.5k resources. Yeah. Dominant performance. All right, let's go to game 2. That was a hard one to diagnose. So game 2 on African, clearing the home map for Infinite Odyssey. All right, here we go. African clearing. What are we looking at for civs? Well, we've got El Trevador dropping his initial TC here, playing as the Indians. Probably the best civ on this map with the amount of shorefish available and the shorefishing bonus. Teamed up here with Gamble, once again in the purple, playing as the Mongols, which might be the second best civ on this map. There's a lot of hunt to work with. So these are, yeah, 2 S-tier civs on this map up against Persians and Sicilians. So Savvy and Makuo going for TCs close to one another. Actually, they're quite close to Gamble. And Gamble does run the risk of getting pinned in here. But El Trevador should have a pretty nice free boom out here. And with Indians, you can go to Boomtown pretty early. I mean, Savvy and Makuo being this close is nice for them to put pressure together on Gamble here in, say, Feudal Age or Early Castle Age. But they do limit their resources because, right, if you're Savvy in a normal game, you want to expand out here with a mill at some point in Dark Age. But those pawns are already being taken up by your teammate. You can't go this way because of Gamble. Maybe you try to go there, but on, you know, Gamble's probably going to be there as well. So Savvy's going to be a little limited with the shore fishing situation. So yeah, that could possibly hurt his time to Castle Age. Yeah, and this is Gamble taking the boar basically from under Savvy's town center here. So yeah, he must know. Let's see what he sees. Yeah, okay, so he knows Savvy's there. I was going to say he has to know he's there. There's no way he takes this boar ahead of that boar if he doesn't know Savvy's there. But actually, he knows where both of them are. So that's a big deal for Gamble. Because if he was caught by surprise, things could get really ugly really quickly for him. A lot of sheep out on the field here for El Trevador, so he's going to have a lot of good scouting intel. But they already know everything they need to know about where their opponents are. Let's see, can we say the same for Savvy and Makuo? What do they see? Nothing yet. Yeah, just each other. What about Makuo? Alright, so loses that sheep to his teammate. Yeah, and no sign yet of El Trevador or Gamble for them. So, yeah, informational advantage at the moment for Infinite Odyssey. And also probably a civ advantage for Infinite Odyssey. Alright, Persians, Sicilians. Sicilians are great on this map. You can boom out really quickly. Got that extra 100 stone. You build TCs faster. Also, the ability to build castles faster is pretty nice on this map. Yeah, so I assume we'll see an FC here for El Trevador. But again, I think the interesting question is what happens in Feudal Age over on this side. Savvy and Makuo could potentially take Gamble basically out of this game with properly applied feudal pressure. I mean, as close as Gamble is to the corner, though, he's got decently easy walls, right? Just wall here, out toward the TC. Wall out here to the pond. And you're done. You do have 2 golds inside that area. You've got stone, obviously wood. So yeah, he could maybe survive feudal pressure until his teammate gets to Castle Age, but he's Mongols. He's probably not going to play feudal. He probably wants to go... Even with the enemy breathing down his deck like this, you can get such a ridiculously fast castle time with Mongols. That's probably the thought here. I mean, look at that. Already at 500 food here. Alright, so Makuo heading out to these pawns here. I was wondering if maybe he'd head out to those pawns and run into Gamble there. Let's take a look at the scouting situation again for Makuo. Still has a few sheep out there, but still hasn't located either of his opponents. All right, we have a Loom coming in from El Trebador. So he might be thinking of clicking up here. Is that the plan? Let's see. Yep. So clicking up at 19 Vils. No one on gold yet. So is he... No, okay, never mind. He does have some on gold. So yeah, this almost certainly will be in a fast castle build here for El Trebador. And the Mongols player going up at 20 pop. And yep, walling. Just like we talked about, he's definitely worried about feudal age pressure. But the thing is, yeah, feudal age pressure isn't going to be coming because Savvy and Makuo have no idea that Gamble is right next to them. Yeah, no clue at all. So they're scouting all around the map, haven't found anybody yet. And yeah, Gamble is living in their backyard. Alright. What does Gamble do, though, once he does hit Castle Age? Does he go straight to Mangadai? Right, he's not on stone yet. Not even on gold yet. Or does he try to boom behind this, maybe get a second TC over here, and start expanding out to the right? Right, El Trebador has hit. And yeah, that is just crazy that you can go up at 19 pop and get a fast castle time. He's already got 600 food in the bank. It's just crazy. That shore fishing bonus, so strong on this map. Savvy up at 24 Vils, Makuo up at 21. Savvy actually already starting to go to stone, so he's thinking about a castle. Yeah, maybe just a defensive castle. And yeah, so yeah, this is the problem we talked about early. Savvy has to do some really long distance milling here to get access to fish. And Makuo, I think, is worried about scouts. He saw that fast uptime, was just assuming it was going to be scouts. So he walls in the Vils, gets a couple spears out. So yeah, he might be sort of underappreciating just how nasty those eco bonuses are for the Mongols and the Indians. That they can have that kind of uptime to feudal age and still be doing a fast castle build. Okay, this confirms that Gamble looking at a castle right off the rip. I mean, it makes sense. He knows Savvy and Makuo are right next to him. I mean, goodness, could you imagine a castle up here? I don't think he tries it. That'd be awfully bold. But could you imagine a castle there ranging both of your enemy's TCs with a single castle? That'd be pretty epic. All right. So Infinite Odyssey, they are going to be up way before Savvy Makuo. Savvy Makuo haven't even clicked at this point. El Trebador might be to castle before Savvy or Makuo even click to Castle Age. And yeah, Where does El Trevador go from there? Does he go into a boom? Does he try to get camels out on the field and help apply pressure? Okay. Makuo has discovered his opponent. So he located that mill. And what happens now? All right. El Trevador has confirmed he's at least going to add 1 TC here. Getting his upgrades. No farms on the field yet. He's got so much real estate to work with. He could just go around milling just about all these pawns here. Save himself the wood on farms. Savvy going heavy to stone. So he wants to, I think, probably get a defensive castle out. Or maybe he's planning on being aggressive. What's the stone count right now for Gamble? Alright, he's going to drop it right there. So yeah, going with a defensive castle. I mean, I wouldn't have tried it either, but boy, that would have been an awesome castle spot. Alright, Savvy on the way up. He's almost there. Makuo still hasn't clicked. He's at 33 pop. Yeah, might be having some food issues here. And he's heavy on stone as well. Alright, but this... Yeah, Makuo's just going to be... Ooh, Savvy going forward. So he wants to get a castle. Where is he going to put this? Oh no, he's going to run right into Gamble's castle. Where's he dropping? He's short by 4 stone. Actually, did he buy some stone there? Yeah. He was 4 stone short and had to buy some. Oh, is he going to get denied, though? No, no, it's Sicilians. What am I talking about? They build these castles instantly. He's not even going to lose a villager. Alright, so, yeah, Gamble going to be pushed off of that gold. Unfortunate for Savvy, though, does this range... I don't even know if it ranges the town center here. In any case, Makuo just now clicking up, and meanwhile, El Trevador is indeed going to Boomtown. 3 TCs, farms coming down all over the place. Getting a monastery. Perhaps to grab relics, perhaps for defensive purposes. But there are Mangadai on the field. And yeah, Makuo is going to be in trouble here. This wood line is exposed. Infinite Odyssey in a great position here. Thing is, without the upgrades in at this point, Mangadai not hitting a darn thing. Makuo manages to keep all those villas alive. But nonetheless, that's a lot of idle time here. Alright, he moves the villas to make a new lumber camp, and immediately the Mangadai go to that lumber camp as well. So just playing a game of tag here. Still hasn't lost a vill. But the idle time is getting pretty crazy here for Makuo. 43 vills for El Trevador. And a second TC for Gamble. So thought maybe he'd go all in on the pressure. Not so. Not adding a siege workshop. He's going to prioritize the eco. And Savvy's going to be in trouble here. He's got... I mean, the Mangadai could just break through there. His gold is exposed as well. 4th town center coming down for El Trevador. Makuo going to add a second up here. They can't hit anything. Alright, they will get her, though. Got close enough for that. Okay, Makuo banked up a lot of res there and immediately trying to go to 4 TC. Savvy... Whoa! With the forward town center. I missed this. But Gamble getting another castle up, so Savvy, that TC will be lost. He's going to have to leave that area. Gamble is awfully cramped in here, though. But El Trevador, so far ahead economically at this point. Makuo trying desperately to catch up, but he's already 21 vills behind El Trevador. So yeah, looks like Savvy and Gamble are going to keep each other busy with these castle shenanigans. So yeah, once again, things looking pretty symmetrical on this side, but it's the other matchup, the two players who are trying to boom it out, where things look pretty asymmetric. 67 vills for El Trevidor, and he is adding a 5th town center. Where does Savvy go from here? That stone mine has exhausted. It's got 400 stone, so I think he wants to trap Gamble in here. I think he's going to make that trek around. Try to get a castle up there. 5 Bangadai on the field here for Gamble. Ooh, and still harassing Makuo's eco. Makuo trying to get some camels out. Persian camels. Alright, Savvy actually going for a town center. Thought maybe he was going for a castle. That's a really nice TC spot. Of course, those Mangadai are going to be here to harass it constantly. But yeah, Gamble is awfully pinned in here. Does have these Mangadai though, and those are going to be a pest. But yeah, Makuo just being left in the dust right now by El Trevidor. Yeah, that difference in uptime, it seems like it's just going to be too hard to come back from. And what I really like about what Gamble's doing is he's not just buying time by keeping Savvy busy, but he's also harassing Makuo, letting El Trevidor get even further ahead. Ooh, over here, Makuo trying to attack. El Trevidor does get a Vil, but camels, you know, are pretty limited in their raiding potential. And a defensive castle coming down from El Trevidor. And the harassment continues here by Gamble. Savvy going for the Castle Age Sicilian douche on Gamble. I love it. Yeah, that's a nice castle there by El Trevidor. Alright, Makuo looking to jump on the Mangadai. I think, how many camels does he have out? 5, 2 more in the queue. Only +1 armor at the moment, though. Yeah, Gamble, man, this is great. He's been so active with these Mangadai. Oh, look at that castle. Gamble is completely pinned in. He's got nowhere he can go. Alright, Makuo looking to get the jump here. Trying to get the surround with the camels. Get some good hits in there. Yeah, Gamble's Mangadai numbers are down. I don't know how he's gonna produce anymore. He can't get to this gold. He can't get to this gold. So he has no way to produce any more Mangadai at this point. So they have pretty well taken Gamble out of the game. But Savvy's eco not in a great spot. Makuo's eco is starting to come together. But, oh my gosh, El Trevidor, 120 villagers. He has almost as many villagers as Savvy and Makuo put together. Yeah, so do we go Halb here? I mean, if you're Savvy and Makuo, you're up against straight camels at the moment. Could go Halb here. Alright, Makuo diving in there. Takes out a couple monks. Yeah, but El Trevidor is going to stay close to that castle. How many stables does El Trevidor have at the moment? 5. Yeah, and I'm sure he'll add, you know, by 10 more before it's all said and done. Alright, taking this fight. Yeah, I was about to say El Trevidor. I don't think he wants to take that fight before the camel upgrade comes in. So Gamble trying to sneak out here and get a TC over there. Is he going to be able to do it? Where are those villas even coming from? All right, he had one villager out there. And look at this. El Travador is going for a castle directly in Makua's face. Ooh, that's bold. I mean, I think he's got enough camels here to get that up, but ooh, that is risky. That is awfully risky. Yeah, he should get the clean here. The upgrade is in. He's got the heavy camel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this will now go up, no problem. Makua trying to get a tower up, but that is going to be a little too little, a little too late. All right, there's a lot going on now. That TC trying to go up. What is Savvy up to right now? I think just trying to get his eco in order. And that is, oh man, look how many farms are in that area. So that's a lot of farm eco down the drain for Makuo. And there's just no military on the field for the sleeper. Savvy has one military unit. Makuo has 0. Meanwhile, they've got 30 heavy camels to deal with. And 5 Mangadai still kicking it. And these are Indians, so camels are actually effective against buildings. And yeah, things looking really, really bad now for the sleeper. 220 pop for Infinite Odyssey to 150 here for the sleeper. Makuo is adding TCs all over the place, though. TC here wants to add another one there. Just got one up here. But the production, 140 villagers for the Indians player, so he can just basically have an infinite stream of heavy camel at this point. Yeah, and Makuo is losing a lot of villagers. Savvy and Makuo have clicked up, but I just don't see any way they get production out. I mean, where do they even put production buildings at this point? Except for under this castle. So Savvy is trying to make a halbedition. Oh, and the Mangadai harassing Makuo over here as well. Yeah, great pressure right now by Infinite Odyssey, and this looks pretty bleak for Sleeper. Even has some Trebs in the mix. So Gamble will finally be released from his prison. Some sergeants are on the field. Oh, did Savvy just go? He first crusaded it, didn't he? Alright, he's got first crusade. It's a last-ditch effort to try to clear the enemy out of the base. But they call the GG before we even get a chance to see how First Crusade's going to manage it there. So, yeah, dominating performance by Gamble and El Travador. They definitely knew what they wanted to go for on that map. It felt like a big part of it was they just had a better build. Their time to Castle Age was blazingly fast. So let's actually look at the difference there. 1558, 1657 compared to 1811 in 22 minutes. So there was a whole 5 minutes between the time when, a whole 6 minutes between the time El Travador was to Castle and Makuo. That's a hard difference to ever come back from. So yeah, well played by Gamble, well played by El Travador. And all right, game 3. Apologies, I was ambushed last night, so I was not able to finish game 3. So here I am, casting in the morning, just fresh morning light streaming through the window, and yeah, here I am in front of my computer. Anyway, game 3, decider game for the Sleeper and Infinite Odyssey. So the Sleeper, we have green and blue. Makuo in the green here as the Berbers, setting up camp in the middle of the map. And Savvy Empire down here playing as the Portuguese. I see some organ guns in our future, perhaps. Matched up against Infinite Odyssey. In the red here, we have El Trevador. He is playing as the Malians. And Gamble as the Mayans over here. All right, and the dock locations for Infinite Odyssey, we've got purple up there, red down here, so on the opposite sides. And purple is actually tucked in between Savvy's docks and Makuo's docks. We got Savvy setting up camp on the western corner and Makuo here in the northern corner. These are all pretty decent dock locations. Makuo's got access to a corner, not a huge corner. Savvy has a corner. Gamble over here has got this nice bay to work with. Actually, this is probably the best fishing location of the bunch. And then El Trevador down here also on a corner. So yeah, what can we expect? So I have played Nomad against Savvy and Makuo a few times. At least I think the last couple times I can remember, Makuo would play water and Savvy would go fast castle. The civs they have here, definitely, I could see that happening. I mean, Portuguese is a great water civ, but Savvy could also be thinking about a castle drop, especially if he locates El Trevador right here by his base. And a castle right here would be pretty filthy. Over that gold, over the TC. Savvy does have access to stone there. He's got access to gold here. Yeah, so let's keep an eye on that. On the Mayan side, I mean, Mayans often want to get to a castle pretty quickly so they can go plumed archers. Plumes just have a lot more mobility, of course, than regular Expo. And nice stone, nice gold location there for Gamble. So perhaps we could see a castle drop both from our blue player and from our purple player. And maybe we'll see water from red and green. Yeah, Berbers. I mean, Makuo's he's got a nice stone location here. Obviously access to gold there. Not too far from the Mayans player. I guess equidistant between the Mayans player and the red player here. And ooh, okay, so we got red moving out on some deer. Let's see if he locates Savvy's space. Does he know where Savvy is right now? No, he does not. So El Trevador's out here hunting. I imagine Savvy's also was thinking about getting those deer, so they will probably locate each other here pretty soon. What about, let's take a look at what everyone else can see. All right, nice scouting from Makuo. Oh, he knows red's here, so Savvy does know red is here. At least if Makuo has flared that for him. But he's come just shy of scouting out Gamble's location there. What about for Savvy? All right, Savvy should be able to see this deer here, so I bet he's going to notice that. Let's see if he chooses to vil fight. But yeah, he can see one cut tree. I doubt he's going to notice that. That's hard to pick up unless you're really looking for it. Ooh, he's got a weak one in here. Almost gets a vil there. Not quite. Nicely done by Savvy. Not losing a vil. Manages to keep the boar and get some shots off. It's very nicely done. Alright, so El Trevador actually going to commit to this. He's going to mill it. And yeah, it looks like Savvy's just going to let him take those deer. What is this vil thinking? Is that just a housing vil? Yeah. When it looks, yeah. El Trevador, I think, maybe sniped one of Savvy's sheep as well here. 4 fish, 6 fish. Red going heavy on the fish. Ooh, man, all right, Savvy is moving out. He's going to vil fight. We got a 4-on-3 here, but red has the 4. He also has the high ground. Oh, Savvy's... Now they're just going to share. I like that. That's very kind. Savvy's a super nice guy, so makes sense that he'd be willing to share. Apparently El Trevador is as well. Any indication of uptime? The people who are going to play water will probably be clicking up here pretty soon. Savvy down. Why is Savvy down 3 vills here? Red is as well. 16 vills. Why is that? Yeah, I'm not sure. Loom would only account for 1 vill discrepancy, so maybe red and blue red and green just had their TCs up earlier. Okay, so green and purple are both on the way up. So Makuo, I think, will be playing water here, going up at 21 vills. Purple will probably be playing water as well. And then it looks like both Savvy and El Trevador are thinking about a straight fast castle here. So yeah, keep an eye on when they go to stone. I mean, I think they might both be thinking about... Now, red might be thinking knights. Not on stone yet. This could be a knight's play from the Malians player. I would be shocked, though, if Savvy does not go castle drop here. Alright, feudal has been clicked by El Trevador, so he will be up before Savvy. And that's a healthy fish count. 8 fish over here. Savvy adding a second dock, so maybe Savvy is thinking of playing water. Unless he's just thinking about getting some more fish to get up more quickly. He's got 5 fish of his own. Makuo on 7. And Gamble here, sticking with just the 4. So yeah, I think Gamble hasn't added a second dock, so maybe he's not playing water. Red is the one adding a second dock. So, I mean, Makuo will probably be able to clean this up pretty quickly, at least if he goes in that direction. Red will be safe for a while. He's very, very far from Makuo's docks. Yeah, so Savvy, I guess, will... Oh, yeah. Makuo, well, he's got 4 galleys out already. Where are those galleys? Or 2 are out, 2 in the queue. But no navy production at all from Infinite Odyssey at this point. And, alright, yep, there's the stone for Savvy, so I think we are going to see organ guns here. Which is exciting to cast, not exciting to play against. And, alright, there's the scouting fishing ship here for El Trevador. And where do the galleys go? Oh, Makuo was actually sending his initial galleys to the east. He had fish right here. I just don't think he knew about it. Let's take a look at his field of vision. If I can switch over. Yeah, he had no idea that was there. That's unfortunate for him. Because now he is going to have to go a long way about to get to red. So that is a lot of free food income here for purple. And, ooh, look at this. Purple on stone. We are going to be seeing plumes here. And yeah, Makuo, depending on how late he clicks up, could be in a bit of trouble himself. Yep, there's the Market Blacksmith here for El Trevador. He will be clicking pretty soon himself. Yeah, look at this, though. Purple already halfway up. Savvy has not clicked. Still isn't in Feudal Age yet, actually. And yeah, this second dock going down. So yeah, Savvy will be... probably out of fish here pretty soon. Although good for him, these fires are sticking at this dock, not advancing to a second dock. And Makuo is actually almost all the way around this island and arriving at El Trevador's fish. Ooh, El Trevador is sending back one of his fires. Maybe just scouting around. Not sure. Any case, look at this. Purple about to hit Castle Age. Savvy and Makuo quite a ways behind, so Gamble will be dropping a castle on Makuo's face, I would assume. Makuo is pretty well walled up. Could get a castle in right here. And actually opts for the defensive castle first. So yeah. Gamble wants to get those plumes out onto the water. Alright, so Savvy's galleys have started shooting at the dock. He's alerted El Trevador to his presence. And ooh, look at this. So Makuo actually did jump on the purple with the second round of galleys. And that's... yeah, that is good for the sleeper. El Trevador will go up there to assist. But Makuo has now basically cleaned out fish on both sides. That said, Makuo is a long way. Castle, he hasn't even clicked yet. Oh, look at this. Savvy tower rushing. So he wants to push El Trevidor off that gold. El Trevidor heavy on stone himself. So we are going to see castles from both these parties here. And yeah, but look at this. Plumes are already out. Makul could be in a bit of trouble here. How does he defend this? Does he go tower defense? Yeah, I think he might be forced to. Oh my gosh, look at this. So it says, I'll return your tower with a castle. He gets a castle right in Savvy's face. This will push Savvy off this TC. We'll push him off most of that gold. Savvy going for the tower defense. This might actually work. This castle's not even 50%. There's not that many vills. This just might succeed. Over here, these plumes are camped on top of Makul. What does Makul do here, though? He's not on stone. He's going to be seriously, seriously idled. Does have water, so that source of food income is going to be really important for him. And all right, El Trevidor sending the boys. He is going to get this castle up now, I think. He's taking losses, though, for sure, and his eco's going to be in rough shape. Yeah, vills are going down all over the place here. And look at this. Yeah, eagles all over the place. Makuo is... yeah, he's just stuck in this little tiny area. Getting a stable down, going heavy to stone. Very heavy to stone. So he's thinking a castle defense. Just something to give him a little bit of space to work with. Meanwhile, on this side, the castle is up. Savvy is on the move. I guess just to a berry bush. I got excited there for a second. All right, now where does Savvy go from here? Is he just going to play without a town center? That's a possibility. Might just wait for the stone to get a castle and return the favor. Yeah, things are looking dire here. Gamble playing this really nicely. He's got a surround. Doing an excellent job keeping plumes all around. Makuo's going to get out a knight, but only +1 armor on these, so he is not going to be able to clean up what he's dealing with quite yet. But complete water control for the sleeper. Savvy still has some fish alive. And yeah, where does Savvy go from here, though? And do we see Gebettos here? I'm kind of surprised El Trevidor hasn't gotten a few Gebettos out. I guess he doesn't really have any food income, so that makes sense. And look at this. Makua desperately trying to get a castle up, but there are a lot of plumes. He's going to take some serious losses here. He is buying time with the knights. The knights certainly aren't going to clean, but they are buying time. This castle might go up. This is going to be close. I think it will. I think it will. Yeah, a desperation castle here from Makuo, but it will go up, and he will buy himself a little bit of breathing room. And Savvy with a castle of his own. Oh, this is a great castle. Not only will it arrange the original town center, but it's going to arrange the additional town center that El Trevidor, I'm surprised, isn't deleting it. This is a messy game. Savvy just playing 0 town center. All in. Okay, El Trevidor does notice he's deleting that town center. And this is just a mess all around on this side. Savvy getting an additional town center up there. That's a bold spot. He wants access to that gold. Yeah, Makuo, I think when he gets a chance to breathe, will probably use this vill to redock. He has a lot of fish. He's going to want to keep those working efficiently. And look at that. The plumes now coming down here. Savvy is going to be in trouble, I think. Although he doesn't have much eco to range. I mean, where do you go for? Yeah, Siege Workshop. I think that makes perfect sense. Savvy's got no way to defend against that, especially if you got some plumes in the mix. I think Savvy could get wiped out the map here pretty quickly. Still no military on the field for either red or blue. And yeah, Makuo somehow surviving. In fact, a 15 vil lead here for the sleeper. That's mostly fish, I imagine. And oh, the plumes coming in on Savvy's wood line. Except they can't hit anything. They only get 1 vil kill so far. There's a second. Yeah, a lot of missed arrow shots there. Unfortunate for Gamble. And Makuo, he's not worried. He's going to go to Boomtown. Second and third town center here. And there's our first organ gun. All right. Man, there's a lot of action to follow here. Where's Gamble heading with these plumes? Yeah, so he's not going to try to finish off Savvy here with the siege. Yeah, El Trevidor just doesn't have any wood right now. There's no wood income. So he's not able to make a mangonel to attack Savvy's town center there. Using Vills to combat the organ guns. And this is a mess. This is an absolute mess here. For both Salvi and El Trevidor. El Trevidor, though, has absolutely no way to defend this. I think he might need those plumes to come back here. Yeah, the plumes aren't getting much value up here anyways. Let's see if they come down and help El Trevidor here with the push. Oh, and look at this. Makuo's got a couple knights out. They are going to clean these retreating Vills. El Trevidor is actually in a lot of trouble now. Getting a second town center up, though. It's not like Savvy's in that much of a better position. Does have quite a bit more Vills. Savvy on 37 to 20. Only 20 Vills for El Trevidor. Yeah, these losses have actually been pretty dire. He's going to wall in a few Vills, but there are organ guns to clean those. And, yeah, I think Savvy's managing to get more damage on El Trevidor than vice versa. Is a decent plume mass, though. And a second town center here for Gamble. So Gamble may have to... I think he's going to have to carry this here for a while. El Trevidor is pretty out of this game. Down to 19 villagers. Where are those knights at? Yeah, but Makula is having a great boom. I mean, things looked pretty bleak when there were plumes all over his face. He was completely pinned in. And now look at very healthy eco. Still has Fish alive, who's got a healthy farming eco as well. 69 villagers. That's very nice. To the 57 here for Gamble. And yeah, El Trevidor still hasn't been able to get any siege out to really push Savvy here. Ooh, he actually does have a couple Gabettos out, but they get eviscerated there by the organ guns. Savvy adding a second town center of his own. Red currently on 0 town centers. No way to produce villagers. No wood with which to produce a town center. El Trevidor is pretty well out of this game at this point. Makuo looking for some secret base of El Trevidor. This is interesting, though. Gamble, he's got a decent little... Ooh, he's got to be careful here. He's got a decent plume mass here, and he's on the way to Imp. So, if he can get some siege out, right? Get some Trebs. He's got enough of a military to protect those Trebs. He maybe could push through here and end up carrying this game. But, time will definitely be crucial here. Makuo adding a 4th town center. He's got a healthy eco, so that push is going to have to happen quite quickly, or else, yeah, I think the economic advantage for the sleeper will end up winning the game. All right, Savvy moving with the organ guns actually all the way around. He's looping up towards Gambul's base. I think he's hoping to get damage there. He won't find much. There are castles here and here, unless maybe circles around. And that actually could slow Gamble's push here. Additional castle there from Makuo. I think that will probably get Treb down here pretty quickly. Gamble does have the resources to get a few Trebs out. Maybe Bracer as well. Let's see what he prioritizes here. Yep, going for Bracer and 2 Trebs right off the rip. So this should be a nice little push. And yeah, I don't think Savvy's going to be able to get much damage here. Let's see. These 2 castles, I think, will get Treb down, but they might buy Makuo the time he needs. Yeah, look at that. He's on the way to Imp himself as the Berbers. And what do you go here if you're the Berbers? Is he going to try to go Camel Archer? I don't know, because these 2 castles are going to be in jeopardy. I think maybe you just stick with the Cav here. Blooms are going to get some more kills there, but Makuo already 30 vills ahead of Gamble here. Yeah, Savvy's going to be a pain here. And does Gamble keep the archers forward to protect the Trebs from the Mangonels? Or does he go back and try to deal with this? Alright, 3rd Treb out here for Gamble. Still no town center here yet for El Trevedor. So this is all going to come down to Gamble. Can he carry here? He's got to be careful of this Mangonel. All right, very nice. Paying attention. And Mangonel is cleaned. There are 4 Trebs, so this push is deadly. This is going to push quickly. What do we have? All right, yeah, it looks like Makuo is going to commit to Cav, adding 3 more stables here, getting the bloodlines, getting some upgrades. So he's going to just try to mass, I think, Cavalier, and see if he can clean this up then. If he can clean this, I think the game's over. Sleeper wins it. So everything comes down to this push here. 5 Trebs on the field, another town center. Do worry, though, this plumed archer mass isn't that big. Like, 1 good mango shot, and Makuo could probably jump on this even before he has access to Cavalier. He does have +2 armor. Ooh, 1 Treb goes down. Might actually lose a 2nd Treb. This Mangonel is doing some work here. Gamble hasn't been able to range it. Ooh, it loses a few vills there. Cavalier upgrade on the way. I think Makuo is going to be able to clear this. There's just not the mass of plumed archers that Gamble's going to need here to defend against this. What is going on down here? Savvy with another castle there. Oop. We'll stutter here. Hang on, let me pause this just for a second. All right. Take stock while we have a minute. Massive, massive economic advantage for the Sleeper. Infinite Odyssey with this push here. Makuo, if he cleans it, I think the game's over. The game definitely goes to the Sleeper. Can Gamble defend these Trebs? I don't know. Needs, I think, a lot more plumes. Needs to get all his plumes up here together. Oh my gosh. This I did not notice this was happening. So this, yeah, maybe this explains why there's not that much of a mass, is he's also trying to deal with this. Savvy's actually taking out a town center. So let's unpause here. Yeah, so Gamble's eco has been seriously idled. So yeah, I think Elite Plume is out of the question here for him at this point. Does he have chemistry? I'm not sure. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Cavalier's very close from Makuo, though he is losing some of his knights for free here. But this push is a problem. I mean, Gamble is completely all in here. So these Trebs, they need to go quickly here. Savvy on the way up as well. And El Trevedor, yeah, still on 23 villagers. Does have a town center, though. Oh, this is actually dangerous. The plumes are going back to try to deal. They're going to leave these unattended, and the Cavalier are going to jump. These are Makua's houses. He's going to delete that house. Oh, no. I take back everything I said before about those organ guns not going to get any value. Those organ guns completely turned this game. Well, I shouldn't say they turned it. I'm not sure that Infinite Odyssey was in the lead, but they certainly sealed the deal here for the Sleeper. All those plumes going back to deal with the organ guns, and now all of the Trebs are gone. And I think with those Trebs go the hopes and dreams of Infinite Odyssey to take this game. Game 3 looks like it will go to the Sleeper. All right. Yeah, the push has stalled, and now Makuo is just going to continue to produce Cavalier. He's got a very healthy economy to back it up. And Savvy's up as well. So Siege will follow here pretty soon. Yeah, Savvy, yeah, getting 4 Trebs of his own. He'll park them here, I imagine, and work down these 2 castles. And Gamble gonna go for a counterattack. I think he knows that he has to get damage here. Might not realize just how far behind economically their team is. But Makuo is off of most of his farms at this point. But look at this. He's still got fish. Still redocking. So even without these farms, he has access to food and thus way to produce more Cavalier. And there is the GG called. That was a really fun one. That was a really fun one. Lots of crazy all-in action down here on the southern end. Like I said, I honestly thought this was Infinite Odyssey's game when Gamble, with a really nice fast castle time, nice production on the plumes, had Makua completely pinned in there. And Makua buying himself with the castle and then just having a really, really nice boom. I think that was definitely the play on his part, not to try to go into stables and be aggressive. You're not going to get damage here with the castles. There's not really an economy to get down here, plus there's castles. Go for the boom, and it paid off. Savvy's all-in was able to get a bit more damage than El Trevedor's all-in. And then the final nail in the coffin, the organ gun sneak by Savvy. Got a ton of idle time, took out a town center, killed a bunch of vills, and then most importantly, drew back that massive plume of plumes, which let Makua dive on the Trebs and finish off kind of the last chance that there was for Infinite Odyssey. Let's look at the statistics here. And Makua with a really nice KD here. Savvy as well. So a lot of Vill kills in there, I think, for Savvy. And yeah, look at this economy advantage for Makua over Gamble. So unsurprisingly, Savvy and El Trevedor with pretty rough economies there. But Makua booming behind that single castle. And fortunately for him, remaining untouched, I think was probably the biggest difference in that game. All right, well, that will do it for that set. So the sleeper going on to earn a point in the week 1 matchup, and Infinite Odyssey, they will not earn a point in week 1. All right, we'll be back soon. See you guys later.